Good YouTubing, everybody. Thanks for stopping by and checking out the channel, plus the review. We really do appreciate it. And as always, we'd like to thank our viewers and our subscribers, plus our members, because without you, we're not us. So let's talk about Diablo 4, MCFARLANE Elite Edition, Lilith. This is the Deluxe Edition, number 2, and it's available now for order. The pricing will be at $59.99 plus shipping at places like Entertainment Earth and Big Bad Toy Store. But right now, let's go ahead and roll her off the stand and let's get started. And for the packaging, we seen this not that long ago with Doomslayer. Doomslayer had the same box, so if you haven't seen it, here we go. Looking at the face of the packaging, you can see it says Diablo 4. On one side it says Elite Edition in white with the gold trim, and your age is at the top left corner. But looking inside, with all the accessories in the action figure inside the bubble, and you do have your cards in the background. So let's take a look at the side panels. Looking at the side panels, you can see the artwork of Lilith, and if you keep looking down, you can see she's holding the Diablo head, which looks pretty cool. And then at the bottom is Lilith 02, which is the second edition, correct? Okay, let's look at the other side panel. The other side panel is gonna be your MCFARLANE Elite Edition logo with the white and the gold trim inside the letters and the logo, right? Nothing crazy there. Okay, so let's look at the back side. There you go. You see that nice kind of painting artwork it looks like some kind of painting, right? And you see Diablo 4 there, right? So that's pretty cool. And that will do it for the packaging. And of course, we can't forget the inside of the box. Like I said before, you see the cards, they're in the back, and you know me, I keep them in the plastic just to keep them in mint condition. If I need to use the codes or anything, I can hold my phone to that, take a screenshot, or if I need to read the bio of the card in the back, I just go online and check it out there. But there you have it. Okay, so let's go ahead and measure up. Her wings are really heavy, and I just can't get her to balance right. You know, I like to measure my figures while they're standing. In hand is okay, you get the exact numbers, but I don't think we really need the exact numbers. We just need where it's by, and it's better with them standing up in their poses. So here we are. She's standing up straight as she can, and it looked like she's right under 8 inches, as you can see it. Just right under 8 inches. That's where she's at, and that's what we're working with today. Okay, so let's go ahead and scale her up. We'll throw in Doomslayer. There he is. I've come to do your bidding, ma'am. And we'll go ahead and put a Spawn figure in, just to get that other size comparison, right? That 1/12 scale. There we are, you can see it. Okay, so you get the idea of it, you see how they look. I do like Doomslayer character. I've been hearing a lot of bad things about him, some good, but he does look good. The articulation is not that great, but not enough of him, so we're talking about Lilith here, and it looks like it scales quite all right with all the figures, actually. It doesn't look really bad at all. So, but you're looking at them all three, you get the idea. Okay, so let's check out the appearance. Let's go ahead and get my light set up for the appearance. That way we can get the behind and front. You know how I do it. I never have it done, but I need to. So I got the lights where I want them. I think so, yeah. Okay, they're good, I think. Let's see. Okay, that's where I want it. Okay, let's check out the appearance now. Looking at the figure, if you're looking the game and the artwork, it's, I wouldn't say spot on, but for a figure that MCFARLANE's making, it's not too bad. I mean, look at it. You do see a lot of detail in this figure. I mean, I don't even know where to begin with so much detail, but we're gonna start from top to bottom. So let's go for wings first, because I'm gonna take them off for the rest of the viewing of the appearance. But let's look at these wings. There you go. You see that material there, the brown that's connected, the bones. That looks good, and the paint work is very nice. I mean, look at that paint on there. That's good. So they didn't do a bad job. Even red at the tips, not bad, right? So the wings are fine. You do have them there, pertaining to that skin, dead skin that is. And then you've got the wing bones just coming across, and that wash that they have on it is really good. This works right here, not bad. And the connections, they snap on into the back, and they do well. So that looks really good on the wings. So let's go ahead and let you look at it right now with the wings, just because it looks really nice. And I'm about to take them off. That way we can go ahead and start looking at the figure, the rest of it, right? And just kind of hard to take these off. They're tough. It's nothing easy, I tell you that. But it's a good thing. That way they're on there when you're posing. But it is tough. Okay? So those are off. Wasn't too bad. There you go. Okay, so let's start with the head now. Now that we have the wings off. There goes your head. You see that there? Let me get close. Look at that detail. And you're gonna get additional head plates with this, which is awesome. So look at the horns there. I mean, that looks really nice with that grays, those holes into the horns. Looks really good, and the paint is on it. Then you got the gold there, the emblem in the middle, the ruby. And just look at her eyes with the runoff on the makeup, maybe blood, the lipstick, and the eyes themselves. Look at the eyes. Look at that. That's really good. Okay, there we have it. Let's check the back side of that head. Okay, there you go. Got the crown. You do have another horn there. Not a bad job, right? It's not. So let's go down to the jewelry that's on her neck, and we'll look at how the paint is on the chest there. How that transitions. How they painted that. Okay, there you go. There we are. Let's look at those shoulder pads. Yeah, there they are. Gold paint there. Really nice. Look at her neck. The plated neck, the necklace. And then you have that blouse she has, and that's sculpted and painted. And that is done well. Let's go to the back, see if there's anything different there. You do have some black wash between where her wings connect. Okay, nice. You got gold there by the ribs. Armor there as well, where the tail is, right? Good job. The front is going to pertain to that as well. You do see how, I'm not showing you that yet till articulation, but that looks great. The paint is what I'm looking at. It's very nice. Okay, you do see some stars here, emblems there. That is great. And you're looking at stuff hanging here. That's going to be some PVC plastic, so that's flexible there. And so is the long, I don't know what this is called exactly, where you have her belt and this. I don't know what the name of this would be. In the comments, let me know what the name of that would be. But that's detailed as well, right? And the gown itself is soft goods, and it's got holes in it just to get that real look. Okay, you do have the horn sticking out here as well. I guess that's part of the wings. That's what it is. So when the wings are on, it's just part of the wings, the bones of the wings, right? Hands are pretty basic. Now the hands I wasn't impressed with, because they could have had maybe some painted nails, something, but they're not. But since we're going to be looking at this figure, so when we look at the the accessories, this is going to be part of it. So each accessory has a face and hands. So we'll do this face and then open hand, right? Okay, like I was saying about the hands, there's no detail on them at all. You do have regular hand detail, but where's the paint? You know, where's something coming in? Maybe some blood, something out of there, right? And if you lift the shirt, the gown up there, you do have armor. You do have a gauntlet, and that gauntlet looks pretty detailed. I don't know. They took their time with this figure. See right here as well. Nice gauntlet. That's pretty cool. Okay. And then you have the long dress itself. That's all destroyed look. Let's go ahead and look at this tail. There we are. There's the tail. Okay. This is going to be gold with black. It looks like a black wash just meshed inside the gold in the grooves. And then you have this at the end. Nicely done, right? It's not. It's pretty good. I'm impressed with it. I like the figure so far. Okay. And there you have it on the appearance. That looks really good. It feels good in hand. I think the paint is great. Nothing wrong with it so far, right? Okay, and that'll do it for the appearance. Okay, so let's take a look at the accessories. You'll be getting the figure itself, of course. You'll get 3 swappable faces, the Diablo head, the flower petals, which come in that red package of stickers. Then you'll get the wings, of course. Then you also get a stand with the Elite Points card and the collectible art card. So you get quite a bit for the price. It's not bad. Okay, so let's check out the accessories here. We're going to look at the faceplates first because the faceplates comes with an extra pair of hands apiece. So we'll start with the first faceplate first, okay? All right. This faceplate is, you see it there. She's kind of got just a steel face, regular face, got stuff dripping down her eyes and whatnot, right? There it is. So let's check it out. Okay, let me get it clear. There we are. So you see that she does have the jewel there. There goes her head, just like her horns are. You can see the eyes there with the dried up blood coming down, right? It's got to be dried up blood. Then there's the lipstick, facial features, more horns sticking out of her cheeks. She's got that, right? And there you go. Let's put this up here for lighting. There we go. Okay. Got it there? I'm trying to get it clear, but it's not working too well. I'm having some trouble with my camera. Let's see here. Can I get it? I don't want to get it. Okay, there it is. I don't know what that was, but there it is. You see it? It's close. I'm gonna be able to get it. That's as close. Let's see if we get closer. There you go. Look at that. There you go. That's got to be as close as you can get it. So that's it. Look at the lipstick. Look at the runoff makeup, the eyes. All that looks really good. Great job on their part, right? Okay, and then of course it pegs in really neatly. Okay, so we'll look at the hands that go with it. They're punch hands, but we're only gonna look at one because they're the same. All right, so that's what we're gonna do here. I'm gonna put it on the end of a Q-tip. That way it's easier to see without my big ugly fingers in the way. Here we go. There we are. Okay, there it is. You see that? Right? There you go. Pretty basic, like I said earlier. Nothing on, at least give me some painted nails or something. She's Lilith. Give us something in these basic vanilla hands. That's what you got. Nothing crazy on that. Pretty basic if you ask me. Let me see if I can get that into better focus. Yeah, you see that? That is just basic. Okay, so that's it for that faceplate and them hands. Like I said, you get two apiece. I mean, you get one pair. So here's the second faceplate. Okay, this faceplate here, as you can see, she has more of the dry blood coming out of her eyes, and you do have her at she's look like she's getting pretty angry, right? You see it there. Okay, so let's take a look at her there. Okay, so here, nice close up. So there goes the emblem. There goes horn action, and there goes horn coming out, and then you see the minor ones coming out in vanilla color, right? But what we're seeing here is we want to see that face and those eyes. So a little bit more angry, a little more upset, but you do see the eyes and the paint, the dry blood, and the lipstick, right? And you can actually see the eyes there. They are there, right? So that's as close as I can get you. There you go. Not bad, right? Let's go ahead and do this sideways. That way you can get a view of that as well. Not too bad. Okay. And that'll do it for that. Let's take a look at the pair of hands for that. These are the same as well. So let's go ahead and just show you one. Put it on the trusty stick here. full of cotton. Here we go. All right. So this is just your open hand, kind of a claw. I wouldn't want her clawing me at all, but there you go. There you have it. Like I said, why not get those nails and just make it to where, you know, you could see. That's weird. I don't know what's going on here. Let me see. I had to sneeze for a moment. I know it didn't seem like it was long, but it was long. It was one of them long sneezes. It's ridiculous. Here we go. Okay, there it is. Let me get this right. There we go. Paint me something on the nails and I'll be happy. Just this basic plain vanilla color. Nah, not so much. So how much detail put to the figure so far? Come on, guys. Let's do something better than this. All right, so you see that. So let's look at the next faceplate. Yeah, which I do like. I like this one a lot. Okay, so you're coming on to full blood, right? You see it? Full blood on the lips, and they did do that very well, being how small it is. The dripping coming from the lips. That looks good. Look at the eyes. You kind of see the spray paint they probably did for the dried blood there come out of their eyes, right? But it still looks good from a distance. But there you have it. You see it. Looks pretty good, right? Get it closer. There we go. Not too bad. And there's your emblem there. You do have the same structures of bone and horn coming out, right? There you go. And that'll do it for that faceplate. Okay, so we got that faceplate now, and here goes these hands for this. This is the last set. Here we go. Don't worry, we're coming to it. And these are more of a claw look, but the hands are closed, as you can see, with no detail. And that's terrible cuts on the plat. Look at that. That's, you do so well with it, and then you come with this. Don't understand that part. Go all the way, don't do half. But there you see it. Nothing crazy and nothing wild, right? Okay, so let's take a look at Diablo's head, which is one of my favorite accessories, just because it looks really cool. I think it does. But here we are. Let's check it out. You see it there, Diablo's head. That is a cool head. I wish we need a Diablo, another one soon. But here we are. There you go. There he is. Nicely done. You have that orangish red color with that black wash and then transition where the horns are. Looking really good, right? Not bad on that. There you go. Not much to it, but it does look really good. Something that you would see in the graveyard full of skulls everywhere. This is it. Pretty nice. Not a bad job. Let me try my close-up for you. Okay, that's close. There you go. There we go. Okay, that's it. And that'll do it for the accessories. Okay, hold on a minute. I know I said that's all the accessories, but of course I need to show you this for sure. There are your stickers there. They call them rose petals. You can take them out if you like. I don't have any use for these. I'm not gonna put these down on the ground because once you stick them somewhere, that's a wrap. I'm keeping them in plastic as is, but you take these out individually and you put them wherever you like, and then you set her in the middle of them. I'm not gonna do that. I'm gonna head keep mine, but you know what to do with them now. Also, you do have your stand. Comes in 2 parts. There it is. Boom, you put her in there, she stands, right? So you can have her flying, because her bouncing is terrible with her wings. Without her wings, she can bounce, but that's terrible. But there's your stand. It does the job when you need it to. Okay, so let's check out the POA, the points of articulation. Yep, here we are. Okay, so let's do the wings first, because I want to take them off, because it's so, I mean, they look really great, but I want to take them off when I'm doing the rest of the articulation. So let's do wings first. Look at that. You see how they have latches here? So when you stick it in, this is where you stick it. You stick it in, it snaps in. Once it snaps, it's on. If you don't snap it, it's gonna fall off. But they do rotate, and they do have latches of their own, so they can do what they need to do, right? They're not flying, they look like flying wings, just enough to make your articulation and poses look cool, right? And that's the same on both sides. So we do have that. I'm gonna keep it on. If they fall off, they fall off. Okay, so the arm movements, let's go for the head first, sorry. Head, you are looking at this. Let me put some light here. There we go. The head is gonna be on, you see the face plate there, how it comes off? Oh my God, where's my face? There it is, very snug, very snug. Okay, but the head is on a ball and socket, and it rotates just fine. You do see how the movements of down and up are nice, and your tilts are gonna be there for sure. Great movements on that. We don't have any complaints, okay? You do have armor on the elbows, on the shoulders, but seeing that you have the armor on the shoulders, it's not limited because it's PVC plastic, so they bend. You do have latches and ball and sockets in the arms, so they rotate, and then your latches, right? So you do what you need to do, and there's no limitations because this is PVC plastic. Good thing there, right? Center of the figure, ABS. Okay, so let's go where the arms are, the joints. It is doubled, as you can see there. You can't see because of the dress or the gi or what you like to call it, but it is there. The hands, they're interchangeable. They do rotate, and they also have latches of their own for sure. There you go, right? And in the middle of the sternum, where the sternum is, it does have rotation, right? See, very nice, very slim. And you do have a small crunch system in the bottom, and it does turn around in the lower waist, I'm sure, but it's so crazy because you can't see it with her dress on, but it does move, right? Okay, so far so good. Their legs, they're good. I don't know what they're on. There's really no reason for the legs. This is why I say this. because for the legs, she has her dress on, and what are you really going to be going? You're not going to be going out on it because it's a skirt, and the skirt is limited. So if you were to pull it out, you would have to lift the skirt up, and it just wouldn't look right. I don't think it would look right. I think this is more of a shelf figure anyway, staying on the shelf, especially as good as it look in the paint job. But other than that, I'm not messing with the inner legs, like the dumbbell joints and the thigh swivels. I don't see any thigh swivels. I don't see any, but I do see double jointed legs there. You see that? So that's fine there. That's as far as I'm gonna go with it there, right? Bring it down. And then you do have your feet. They're on these latches, and they're on rockers, and they have pivots in the toe, right? So that's good too. So the figure itself, the articulation is not bad. It's actually good. It moves well. It's just that you do limit yourself because of the skirt, and that's something you can't help. And like I said before, this is more of a figure that you put on the shelf, put in the glass case, have her fighting somebody in the glass case, and that's where she would stay. But very detailed and impressed. And that'll do it for the articulation. Okay, for the pros and cons. The only cons that I have is that the hands have no detail. The figure itself is super detailed. And then you go to the hands and you just stop. Even the feet, you just stop there. Don't know why that is. But the pros are, man, the figure looks great. The paint is good. The accessories you get, that's good. And the figure just stands well. It's very nice. So for me, I have to give the figure a 4 out of 5 stars. Guys, let me know what your stars are.
And you guessed it, you can get it at McFarlaneToyStore.com. Just check out McFarlaneToyStore.com. So what are you waiting for? Check them out. And this brings us to the end of our video. If you found the video informational, or you just simply enjoyed watching, please hit the like, comment, share, and subscribe button. And as always, this has been another toy review. Thanks for watching. See you in the next one.